Greetings, Lighthead here. Back with more trans issue related nonsense wherein a bunch of actual women are annoyed at a bunch of administrators for allowing a bunch of not women to invade their private spaces in Hampstead Heath. Ugh, when will all this "I'm a woman" nonsense end so that we can get things back to normal? Not as long as the trannies are still downing estrogen pills, that's for sure. I speak, of course, of the trans battle for Hampstead Heath's bathing area. Why doesn't that roll off the tongue?
Far from all the subtle noise of the city.
And what a stupid battle it is too. We can already see that our government isn't in favour of allowing men to pretend to be women, so why did this one get past the net? Well, apparently it was supposed to stretch as far as the Heath too after the Supreme Court doled out the law, but for some reason, whoever's in charge of the Heath thought they might ignore this and hope it all goes away. Which it won't, obviously. The government doesn't exactly have a reputation for employing the sharpest knives in the drawer, as we can see here, and as is also usually the case, it's been dragging on for some time. See, back in 2019, a rather hot debate arose exactly as a result of trans people wanting to use the area. And when I say trans people wanting to use the area, what I mean is that this place, which has traditionally been used by everyday women like this, is now open to also being used by people that look like this. Now, if I were a dainty young lady and saw a dude like this lumbering into my nice, quiet, women-only retreat from the brutality of the city, I'd probably be a tad miffed too. But the law's the law, so I guess they're now being forced to say goodbye to that last little quiet, women-only space to cater to the egos of suspiciously masculine-looking women. They feel it's unfair. They feel a bit violated. They feel like they can no longer unfurl and allow their natural femininity to bask in the summer sun, because they'll have a bunch of hairy, fat blokes in dresses staring at them. Understandable, really, isn't it? And as usual, the lawyers are making things complicated. Definitely not for the purposes of making even more money. Definitely. They say that to confront the gender suspicious would open the corporation managing the Heath to legal claims, which in turn would only draw the issue out further and create headaches for everyone involved and blah blah blah. Please stop arguing about it so we don't have to deal with it anymore. As of now, they say they are carefully considering the Supreme Court's ruling as though it isn't the law, and that they're committed to providing a safe and enjoyable space for all. So all apparently included predatory men pretending to be trans, so they can have a nice long perv at the women folk and young girls the law is supposed to be protecting. That's right. Another failure for natural women everywhere. Imagine you're a mother, looking to take your little girls out for a nice swim on the Heath, a London tradition dating back 2 centuries. Originally, the poor used it as a way of enjoying summer when they couldn't afford to go on holiday like we can today, and has been fiercely protected ever since. Said mother gets her family to the pond and lays out their towels, and in marches Gorlock the Destroyer.
I love myself too much, I know what that means.
You'd pack your bags up and be right out of there in seconds flat, wouldn't you? My feet wouldn't touch the ground! I wonder sometimes that if Transformers were to all look a lot more feminine, would everyone else mind so much? Ever wonder how much the masculine edge has an effect on everyone's perceptions? For example, would people mind so much if trans women looked more like this, as opposed to this? In all likelihood, it probably wouldn't make bugger all difference, but that's just my interpretation. Ultimately, I'd advise any organisational body responsible for governing the rights of members of the public to use their facilities to pay actual attention to the law, because it is the law, and to stop worrying what the weirdos want. The left isn't really the left. Not anymore. As I expanded upon in my second video, The Woke Issue, the modern left is actually the new far right. We shouldn't listen to extremists, or what would we end up with? Fat, bearded men carrying out public executions, imprisoning for life anyone that doesn't conform to their beliefs, condemning women, and... Actually, this is all sounding a tad familiar, isn't it? Joey, my man swell, would be inclined to say,
"You need to do better."
You'd never oppress me, Joey. At some points, the far left-right is going to need to calm down and stop getting their extra large-sized women's knickers in a twist. because they're not exactly endearing themselves to the rest of us. Like and subscribe!